were vilified in the press for years and years and years, due in large part to that infamous ad that Donald Trump took out in the major New York newspapers calling for the death sentence to be reinstated after your arrest. Yeah. To this day, he's never apologized. In fact, he's even doubled down in recent years. What was it like for you to watch this man who spent years demonizing you be elevated to the highest office in the land?
I can't even describe in words what it was like. The worst, I mean, I was awakened to the American nightmare when I was 15. We became the poster children of deviance. Yeah. They looked at us and judged us by it. And I think when you really understand what Donald Trump's ad is, it's not an ad that was just ran in New York City's newspapers. No. You have to remember that they also published our names, phone numbers, and addresses in New York City's newspapers.
Yeah.
So what this ad really was, and still is, it was a whisper into the most sadistic, darkest enclaves of society.
Yes.
To do to us what they had done to Emmett Till. That's what that ad
was. Well, Councilman, you then did something kind of beautiful many years later. So after Trump's first indictment last year, you drew inspiration from that very ad, and you wrote your own, and you said in it, in part, even though 34 years ago, you, Donald Trump, effectively called for my death, the death of 4 innocent children, I wish you no harm. I hope that you exercise your civil liberties to the fullest, that you get what the exonerated 5 did not, a presumption of innocence and a fair trial. Where the hell did that kind of grace come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, God. So I had to learn that while I was going through what I was going through, I could either go through it or I could grow through it. If I had just gone through it, I would be enraged. I would be.
New York City Councilman Yusef Salaam come out who was being accused 1989 with some of his friends that they assaulted a lady and they were put in jail forcefully. It was a wrong accusation. He said that President Donald Trump, one of those people who in New York City would stand and urge for them to have a death sentence. And he said that their numbers were even put out and the addresses on the New York paper. And he said that actually what they did to them was what they were, is the same thing they did to Martin Luther King's, but in a different generation. Thought he was asked that what all these years President Donald Trump came and knew the truth about it, and he never even apologized to him. Instead, he made a mocker out of it. So, and they asked him that after seeing this man who was very hateful to them and yet being elevated, what did he feel like? In a post after President Donald Trump became the president, because he's the councilman of New York now, he made a post and wrote that President Donald Trump is glad that he has been elevated. He's going to use justice to do more better with other people. He's not going to repeat the same, like what he did to him, like accusing people for call up people falsely. He's going to make sure that he do his investigation well. So he was asked that where did this type of grace come from? He made a very important statement which said that when you have trials, there are two things. You either become a better person or you either become a bitter person. So your problem actually will make you better or your problem will make you bitter. So he tried to make himself better. He tried to make himself better. So he became a better person out of it. So he forgives President Donald Trump, not because of him, but because of himself. So you forgive people not because of what they have done to you, but because of your own self. Because he make a very important statement that if you have a lot of bitterness, each room that you go to, you're carrying those baggages. And actually everybody's going to see it. They'll say, hey, she's so bitter. He's so bitter. And obviously, people don't want to work with you. People don't want to be carry out business with you. People don't want to associate with you. Obviously, lemonade out of the lemon that you've been given. I made a very important thing that President Donald Trump does not even think of him, which is true. President Donald Trump lived his life to the fullest. Somebody like him existed. He just moved around. So why will he now be carrying him in his mind and in his heart, disturbing him himself, which is very powerful. It's a very important lesson for the viewers to learn that if anyone has wronged you the way Yusef Salaam was being, the way they were being wrong, just imagine you put in jail for nothing. On top of that, you are being sold for nothing. That young age, 15 years, and you went to jail for that long for a crime you didn't commit. So all your youthful stage you spent in jail. But yet he came out without no bitterness. Yet you see he's still being elevated as a councilman. He's still being living his life to the fullest. He's still achieving his purpose, what he has been called, encouraging other young men. So out of our story, we can encourage other people who have the same scenario, which have the same circumstances. You might be watching this video, I don't know the circumstances. Maybe you've been raped, maybe you've been stolen, maybe you've been cheated, maybe you've been wrongly accused of things, just like the way you was being accused. But forgiveness is the best thing. So I hope he asked him that what made you, he was being asked by one of the person that what made you to have such a grace to forgive. And hope he answer for him, God, which is true. Only him can give you that grace to forgive. And you see he became a better person and move on. So what do you really think? Do you really, let me see your own opinion in the comment section. Do you think President Donald Trump could have apologized to all of them after he came out back that they were not guilty, just to make a speech? Or do you think he could have just ignored or instead make a mockery? Let me see your own opinion in the comment section. Do you think Yusef could have not forgiven him and carry him and be bitter with him? Or do you think forgiving him is the best thing he ever did? Let me see your opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.